let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, tonight! Tonight!
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play action, here's Jackson. Pressure comes, he's taken down, the 49ers got him. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up. Lamar off the play fake. Completed to Flowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first. They've got a man in motion. They toss right side to Henry. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jarvarius Ward brings him down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
It's Henry on the counter. They'll cobble together a yard there. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. They go play fake with Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throw caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
First play, he's going to throw. Purdy. And that throw just too high for him.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. And incompletion is still pretty good, too.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now it's Purdy. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
And the 49ers first down.
Looking to throw, Purdy. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Play action now with Purdy. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw, but it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing them to dish it before he was ready.
And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. George Kittle, the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Hardy on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. This finds likely. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They have it on 2nd and short. A toss now to Henry. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
4th down, here's Jackson. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
1st down, here's Lamar. He throws a bullet deep to their... And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Oh, no, lateral, and it's loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Purdy setting up that play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively. But listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down throw by Purdy. Kittle brings it in. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Ravens. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. McCaffrey will take it in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers throw their lead just before halftime. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers double their lead to 14. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll stick with the ground game here. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Jackson looking to throw. Caught by Flowers. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down throw for Jackson. Finds his man. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 43. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this 2nd half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up. You know, that is so body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning the tight end left. On 3rd down, Purdy. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. The throw again. It's Purdy. That's incomplete on fourth down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Pistol snap to Jackson. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side, track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing now off play action. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that could stretch the middle of the field. Now, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Breaks the... and he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Real quick.
Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Lamar out of the pistol. Escapes the pocket. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. That one intended for Mark Andrews. So it's second down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the first down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Jackson's going to go on fourth. And they get to him. The fourth down gamble backfires with a sack. And it's a turnover on downs inside the red zone. So after we saw fourth down last snap, now we've got first and goal. McCaffrey will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
Now they'll get some time to mold this decision. They'll have fourth and goal after the break. It's 49ers football, and they are hurting for points. They start this quarter with a huge lead. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. They'll go. It's McCaffrey. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on fourth and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on fourth down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4. Running once more with Henry. And he's able to take this up to the 15 before being taken down. They only need one more now on third down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Turning to Henry on third. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him down.
Kate, you can read my body language in the booth. That flew in the face of common sense. Not even a little bit, but a lot. And no matter which play it went, it was sure going to be one of the most remembered calls of this game.
On first down, Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now it's Lamar. He's on the move. Try and push it deep downfield. Oh no, they get him yet again. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers are going to set up just beyond the 10-yard line.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led?
I ain't seen real problems since seen nothing. I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my day I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sickness. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling, boy.